Plumbing is a very important discipline. It's a very important domain to get into. Whether you are an engineer, a projects manager, construction professional, contracting professional, technician, it's important to understand what are the core drivers of the plumbing design process, what are the plumbing engineering core concepts, basics and fundamentals, and how does the entire system operate, whether we're talking about water supply plumbing, drainage plumbing, stormwater plumbing, and the list goes on. In this current video, I'm going to be sharing with you a very important lecture from our plumbing engineering mastery course, which tackles all of these in the best way, most effective way possible, equipping you with expertise worth millions. You'll save up time, save up years, save up a whole headache trying to learn this over experience year upon year, figuring out how things work out, and you'll end up having no idea how they work out because unfortunately many professionals, they follow rules of thumb. As a projects manager, as an entrepreneur, as a mechanical engineer who spent over a decade in the field, I've dealt with such systems, I know them inside out, and I'm sharing with you this very powerful course and program which has been witnessed by professionals just like yourself across the walks of life. We're talking about chief engineers, project managers, senior level executives and engineers who have taken such a course and a program, and they have witnessed its educational and professional development excellence. And not just that, they invited actually their team members to take such programs offered by us. So if you're serious about leveling up your skill and you'd like to actually acquire years worth of expertise in the shortest way possible, where you have actually knowledge that works, that makes a difference on your personal and professional development, these courses and programs are for you, and this channel is for you. Whether you are a working professional, a recent graduate, or a student trying to increase your chances of success in today's competitive market, acquiring the latest in-demand skills, we got your back. Now, in this current video, I'm going to be sharing with you, like I mentioned, a lecture from our premium plumbing engineering mastery course, which deals with the components of the plumbing system, including some important materials which are going to be part of any plumbing system. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the lecture. We're going to be learning about the interconnective fixtures or fittings, in this case, that govern the directional change or arrangement of my piping network. We have learned what are pipings, or what is a piping network, the different types of piping material that you have for water supply, for drainage as well, during the duration of the course up to this point. At the same time, we said one of the key important components if we are going to have a smooth piping design or application, we need to be familiar with the various types of fittings that we are able to use in order to have that flexibility for the application when it comes to installing the actual pipes. Now, most probably you have noticed at this point, these are considered to be, this is a question for you, what are these? These are PPR fittings. Every single piping material has its own corresponding fitting. For PPR pipes, you're going to have PPR fittings. Now, these are the PPR pipes we have seen in the previous lecture. These are the various fittings that you can get to connect at the different ends of the pipe in order to provide you with the options of changing directions, connecting multiple pipes at the same time, or preparing the connection for a connection with a valve, for example. So it gives you that flexibility. Here we have another image for PPR pipes, and along with their corresponding fittings. You do have various options. You got T connection, you got an elbow. This is considered to be a 90-degree elbow, the one over here. Okay. This is considered to be a T connection because it looks like the letter T, where you have 1, 2, 3 points where you're able to connect the piping to. You do have a bend. This is considered to be a bending connection, where you just simply take a pipe, you want to bend it slightly and carry on forward. You're able to do so. Or if you do have a piping and you want to overrun on another pipe, let's say I have a pipe this way and I need to make an urgent connection this way. They cannot let's say go through each other, obviously. They have to bypass each other, and this is considered to be a bypass. Literally, where you have one pipe gets connected over here, jumps over the other pipe and carries on. This is another T connection. Now this is considered to be a four-way connection. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 points where you can connect the pipings or the fixtures to. Here you have as well an elbow at 90 degrees where you can go this way, then take a turn off 90 degrees that way. So these are all of the potential fittings. You have a lot more. You can explore them at a supplier's shop. Take a look at the labels that we have right here. Now, the fittings, regardless of the application, they have the similar naming. When I say regardless of the application, when we talked about a drainage and water supply, we said PPR pipes, they go for water supply. UPVC will go for drainage piping, right? However, once we want to pick a fitting, the naming matches across plumbing or water supply. A T connection is going to be a T connection for either a water supply application or a drainage application. For example, here we go, we have a PVC elbow. You can have a UPVC elbow. Here we have an elbow. Here we have a 90-degree elbow as well. Here you have a PVC T connection. This is also a T connection. Here you have a PVC socket. If we want to have a connection between two pipes, we do have, let's say, a socket here as well. So this is an end cap. If I have a pipe and there's no longer any flow outwards, that's it, we end the pipe. We can have a cap and we close the pipe. Also, similarly for PPR, but rarely, but we can have an end cap as well. So you get the whole a picture. Take a look over here. This is a valve socket where we have a pipe. We can connect it to a valve. Similarly over here, this is a valve socket as well. I can connect it to a valve. So the naming is similar across all of them, but the main determinal aspect for the application depends on the piping itself. Are you using the pipe for water supply? Pick the right pipe material from the beginning and pick the corresponding fittings that you need. Are you using a UPVC pipe? Pick the pipe from the beginning and then use the corresponding fittings for that specific pipe material. These are accessories that you can use to help you fine-tune your application and give you that flexibility, because once you get to a site installation, you have designed things on pen and paper, also on the shop drawings or engineering drawings, as we're going to see during the duration of the course, where I'll be teaching you how to read those drawings and to develop that engineering understanding of these drawings. You will realize that these fittings, they give you the flexibility in terms of changing the directions on the layout. If something pops up on the site, obviously you cannot always keep the pipe running in a straight line, even though it's preferred. But in real life, in application, you have walls, you got cabling, you got other connections, so you have to either go around the connection, go above the connection, go under the connection. So you should have these options to help you target the main point of the whole plumbing system, delivering a fluid from point A to point B. Now we're getting into the details of the course. We're elaborating more in terms of the components, their applications, and the materials. So we started off by learning about the piping, then we transitioned to adding the fittings to these pipes that we have learned about in the previous lecture. Now in the upcoming lectures, we're going to learn about further components, including the pumps, the valves, the tanks, all of these to supplement the learning process and developing the understanding and awareness about plumbing as a discipline. So what do you think? I truly hope that you found the current lesson helpful. If it helped you develop that insight into the plumbing domain, then it's a job well done. And feel free to destroy the like, the subscribe, and the share button, and join our global community of professionals who are acquiring in-demand skills and expertise straight from the experts. Knowledge that works, taught by experts, learned with ease. Take a look at the video description for all of these important details, and we'll see you in the next video.